it. But anyway, we got to the movie theater before our show began. So we had nothing to do, and we went into a drugstore. And as soon as we got in, the people started, taking the tops off the stools just at the counter. And we really had no intention whatsoever of sitting in. We were just killing time. But then when they started, acting like we were going to sit in, we felt that we should hang around. So we just stood there trying to look as if we were going to do something at any minute, but then when it was time for our movie, we left. Went to the movie, and I assume they screwed the top back on and served the white people. Nobody else seemed upset about us being in there except the management. I don't remember anybody else even giving us a second look. But it was a funny kind of, strange kind of surreal, and that's as much as I got involved in any sit-ins or demonstrations. There's a picture of me at a city council meeting during the Hayden, the wall with a sign. I'm sitting with Julian and Jim Foreman, and people are around us, but other than that, there's nothing. I typed. I had people were at our house all the time. People sometimes slept there, but people were there all the time, eating and doing things. Before I was married, I had an apartment, and people were always staying with us. My friend Dottie and I had an apartment. But other than that, that kind of support, as I gave, a lot of typing, that kind of stuff.
Typing we know is important. Those
Yes.
are the questions that I have, Michael. Do you have anything else?
Now, is there any other reflection about life or what was like during that time period to watch the students or anything like that?
Well, yes, I do have a reflection. I just want everyone to remember that shortly after the student movement began, the women's movement had a resurgence, because as the original women's movement, which was closely linked with the abolitionist movement, the women's movement's always linked with some movement of black people or some people of color, I think, because white women who think, and black and women of color who think they are okay, all of a sudden realize, hey, this applies to me too, and because I'm a woman, I'm being treated in a different way. So I do like to think that that I was in that first group of women, becoming conscious of our right to do things, to have certain kind of jobs. And I went to law school with women, black and white and Latina and Asian, back in California, who were all part of that group going forward. And that the student movement in Atlanta and across the South generated that movement, the women's, the resurgence of the women's movement, as well as, laying the groundwork for the Civil Rights Bill and all the strides forward that black people made. So it was really something to be proud of. That's it.
We're done.
I didn't sleep through yours.